guys, and welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures. And today I have been thinking about gravel bikes. You either love them or hate them. It's the Marmite of cycling. But I've been thinking of a few reasons why I think they're great and a few reasons why I don't think they're so great. So in this video I've got a few reasons why I think you might want a gravel bike versus why you might not want a gravel bike. Let's jump into it. This one has been said many times before, and it doesn't matter because it's still true. The gravel bike is the type of bike you ride from your front door. No need to drive to ride. I can almost guarantee that there are some fun hidden trails, bridleways that are within a stone's throw from you right now, that you either don't use because you don't want to mess up your road bike, or you just didn't know they existed. A mountain bike can sometimes feel like a bit of a chore to ride on the roads to get to some trails, so it's to be expected that people end up driving to ride. But with a gravel bike, not so much. It feels good on the road and off-road. With the gravel bike in your arsenal, you can ride to them trails and find some new hidden trails along the way. They are built to withstand a bit more abuse. Gravel bikes are just like a beefed up version of a road bike, right? Adding more weight typically makes things stronger, and gravel bikes are a bit stronger than road bikes. And this is great if you are interested in bike packing. Being able to strap some camping gear to the bike and not worry so much that you will damage your shiny road bike is a great feeling. Strap some bags, tent, whatever it is, and go and create an adventure. And while you are doing that, tag me on Instagram at Keep Smiling Adventures so I can enjoy your adventures as well. Although they are slightly heavier than a road bike, they can still be quite a bit lighter than a mountain bike at a much lower cost. Mountain bikes are so good nowadays that a lot of trails can feel really easy and, well, quite boring. A gravel bike is far from the perfect mountain bike, so it will make them mountain bike trails that were getting too easy and boring all that bit more of a challenge. Turn the dull and boring trails back to when you first rode them. Your gravel bike is a great way to make the ride harder and more thrilling. Gravel bikes aren't perfect and they are not always the most practical bike for the job, but a simple bit of single track can become a lot more fun on a gravel bike. So if you don't live close to them challenging trails and you want to spice up some of your easy local trails, consider a gravel bike. And as I just mentioned, using a gravel bike will test your skills, so it will be a great tool to improve your bike handling skills. This is definitely something that you should always be trying to improve, whether you are a roadie or a mountain biker or just pop into the shops. Improving your bike handling skills is never a bad thing. The gravel bike doesn't just have to be for gravel. It can be your road bike. With a quick swap of tyres, you can still do big road miles on a gravel bike, no problem. It's also a great option for your winter bike. They normally have mounts all over them, so it's good for them mudguards. Commuter bike? A gravel bike is still fast on the road. With a bit more strength, a bike that you are less likely to worry about getting a bit beat up. After all, you are taking it off-road anyway, so using it as your everyday commuter is no big deal. And if you are into ultra-distance riding, then the gravel bike is nearly the perfect bike. The gravel bike was what I was crying for long before gravel bikes were a thing. I used to ride all my ultra-distance rides on a standard road bike, which was okay, but I always wanted something like a cyclocross bike, but with more tyre size options, more mounts, but with the more relaxed road geometry. And since the gravel bike has come along, it's been my go-to for ultra distance rides. Just a quick swap of tyres and some clip-on TT bars, and I'm good to go. Although gravel bikes are great on the road if you want to do ultra distance type riding or riding while you need to carry stuff, however, if you only care about going as fast as you can, whether that be over 20 miles or 100 miles, then a gravel bike is probably not for you. As gravel bikes tend to use a more relaxed geometry, they are always going to put the rider in a less aero position, meaning it is going to be slightly harder to hold a higher average speed. Also, with gravel bikes being made to take more of a beating, they are built slightly heavier than your dedicated road bike, meaning more weight to push around. If just keeping the highest average speed is your goal, then a gravel bike is probably not the right choice for you. Another reason why I think gravel bikes might be the wrong choice of bike is because of the drop bars. Now, whether you are used to riding drop bars or not, drop bars off-road, especially when the trail gets a bit technical, can feel, well, quite sketchy. There is a reason mountain bikes have flat bars, and that is because it puts you in the best position on the bike for the best amount of control. Drop bars are designed to help you keep an aero position, and although the flared bars do help, they will never be able to give you as much control as a flat bar. You will find yourself going a lot slower on the rough descents compared to a mountain bike. This might be more of a reason for people in the UK or places with similar wet climates, but often the trails become extremely wet here in the UK, with only 1 to 2 months where the trails are somewhat dry. Here in the UK we have limited actual gravel roads, so when you head off-road it will be on bridleways, which can often become boggy mud pits. Gravel bike tyres are obviously aimed at riding on gravel surfaces, so they tend to not be that great when things get muddy. You are going to be a bit more restricted with tyre choice when using a gravel bike, but on an actual mountain bike there is a tyre for every condition. It chooses a road position for the road and bigger tyres for the off-road sections. The gravel bike, you see, it's not really perfect for any one thing. If you want to be the fastest on the road, the gravel bike won't be for you. Want to be able to hit the technical trails? Well, you can do this, but you will be held back with the gravel bike because the bike is a compromise. A gravel bike is a lot of fun, however. It's not really the perfect bike for any one thing. It's not the best on road, it's not the best off-road. You won't be keeping up with the dedicated mountain bikes on most of the off-road trails, and you won't be keeping up with the dedicated road bikes on the roads. The gravel bike can ride all these things, but it's a compromise and it's something you should be aware of before buying one. So guys, there we have it. There are my reasons for why I really quite like the gravel bike, and some reasons why I, well, don't really think the gravel bike's that perfect of a bike. So guys, what do you think? Are you a gravel bike lover, or are you a gravel bike meh? Or are you a full-on, I do not need a gravel bike and I will never have one because I've got my road bike, got my mountain bike, whatever. Leave some comments down below, let me know what you think. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button, and I will see you in the next one. Keep smiling, enjoy the adventure. Peace!